I'm so happy to see this crackdown on these students or anybody who is a foreign national or who is here by the good graces of the American people, and causing trouble and stirring the pot and intimidating people. And honestly, the intimidation, I don't care, people are from here, from someplace else. I don't think it's not right. These people uh, that are attacking Tesla owners, attacking Tesla private businesses, private citizens because of the attackers' politics. They don't like Elon Musk, so therefore they persecute uh, a random person for a purchase they may have made before Elon Musk ever even got political. I mean, it's just like it's gone on too long. uh, they've placated this group of people, these nutcases, these thugs. This is outright thuggery that's been going on, in my opinion. And this guy, Mahmoud, or whatever the hell his name is, they're trying to deport. Good on you. More. I mean, honestly, I think that's the absolute right thing to do. You know, they're not going to have to. They're not going to have to do this more than a. This may be the only time they have to lay down the law like this. Because people will get the picture. These students have been, and these protesters, these nutcase terrorist protest sympathizers and protesters. They're not even protesters. They're pretty much. It's getting to the point where they're right on the borderline of being terrorists, and they've just gotten slaps on the wrist. They've been bailed out by Democrats. They've been placated over and over, and now they're so emboldened that where they're cornering people, attack. It's been years coming. They've done this to speakers on campuses, and this whole what is it, the mob veto or whatever the hell it is, where they shout somebody down. It's got to stop, because I mean, this is exactly how Nazis came to power in Germany. That is how they came to power. Like the brown shirts, those were thugs that attacked people in their homes, attacked people in the streets, uh, and the reason they were allowed to do this. Nobody spoke up. Nobody said anything, and it became societally acceptable for people to attack, beat up, physically harm Jewish people or people that weren't German. That's what they're doing now. I mean, we can't let this become normalized. You know, we've always had a tradition of civility in our politics, and they are the ones flushing this down, trying to flush it down the toilet. And I'm at the point where they get no sympathy from me anymore, because it's just the bad apples that are doing this. And I mean, honestly, I think they should deport that guy, Khalil or whatever, because once they show that, okay, once they lay down the law, the rest of these students aren't going to want to get deported. As soon as they see there's real consequences, they stop. They're very cowardly. And it's funny because they protest about how America's this evil place, this terrible racist place. Well, now you don't have to live in an evil, terrible, racist country anymore. We're going to go ahead and give you your wish, and you can just get the hell on out, and stay out. Because, if you're going to stir the pot, we don't need you. We have our own pot stirrers that are citizens that we have to put up with. And I'm just so glad to see that these thugs that have been taking advantage of our kindness, they're finally getting what has been coming to them. I mean, it's not fair that people should be, people that have paid tuition to go to college are being intimidated out of going to class. And I'm just so happy to see that finally these thugs are getting what's coming to them, because it has really bothered me. Watch just seeing on the news how they get away with this stuff and then nothing happens to them. Finally, they're getting sent home. That goes with the undocumented that were attacking police officers in New York. I mean, it's like, if they can get away with it, what is anybody abiding by the law for? If they can, if there is no rule of law, then what are we doing? What are we doing? It's either there's a rule of law and it applies to everybody across the board, or there is no law. That's been said for years. Either everyone gets justice or no one gets justice. And I'm happy to see that justice is finally being carried out, because these people, they've been taking advantage of this country, and our previous government was a-okay with it. And you can see it in other countries where they're allowing this stuff to just keep going on and on. They're in shambles. They don't know how they're going to come back from it. And finally, somebody is putting a stop to it and saying, no, this isn't acceptable. You cannot do this here. If you do this here, there will be consequences. I seen a video last night, and it was showing this. It was like a dealership or a lot with hundreds and hundreds of Teslas, and like a quarter of them are on cinder blocks with missing wheels that have been stolen off of them. That is so disgusting. It's akin to brown shirts. It's thuggery. It's intimidation, and I'm just super pleased to see that it's finally, those people are getting a taste of their own medicine. They're either going back home to live in their crap hole country, or they can go sit in a jail cell. And honestly, it has nothing to do with speech. It has everything to do with intimidating people, infringing on other people's rights. Protesting is one thing, but when you're chasing groups of people and cornering them and running them out of schools and running them off of campuses, forcing them to barricade themselves in buildings, I've got no sympathy for you. And if anything, I'll be cheering on the people that lay down the law with you, as I am now. I'm ecstatic that finally these people are getting what they've got coming to them. They deserve it. They deserve to go home. They deserve to be, if you're gonna intimidate people and make people fear for their safety, something has to be done. Something has to be done.